Hello, dear adventurers, and welcome to another Needlessly Complicated 14 stream. My name's Aerietta, and I have figured out how to make sure that my bots are working before stream, except SariBot. That shows up when stream starts. But I was able to double check to make sure that my bot is online, and so is her custom name. So that's a good thing. Today we are going to be finishing up those last 4 jobs, getting them to 35, and then starting on our level 35 job quests. So, yeah. I also just wanted real quick to put it in chat so that it'd be there later. But I have a new command in case anyone's looking for my new Instagram account because I am branching out and doing other social media as well. I'm trying to keep it to only doing a few new things at a time just to make sure that I have the energy level to keep it up, but also because it's a lot to maintain anyway. But yeah, so new Instagram is now in the chat and on the screen in the chat box. But we're going to head right on over to Final Fantasy XIV, and we're going to start by getting Bard up to level 35 because it's almost there. This is an all jobs, all quests Final Fantasy XIV run, so I wanted to make sure that we could get through these as quickly as possible because we do need to actually finish getting those 4 jobs to level 35 in order to be able to do all of the level 35 jobs. I know that the Russet Yarsen is over here by the water. We are doing Huntslog right now just for getting Bard to the appropriate level. Seki says a white mage, a paladin, and a dark knight walk into a bard. They better watch where they're going. Oh, that's terribly good, and I hate it. Now it's dinner time. Okay, Seki has given us her dad joke, but must now proceed to dinner. Okay, so I need Russet Yarzens and Smoke Bombs. Okay, there's the Russet Yarzen and the Smoke Bomb. I don't know if they're going to be quite enough to level us up, but it's a place to start. This person is looking ominous over here in the center of everything. Hi, friend. Cool raid weapon. Okay, bye. Anyways. So these are the smoke bombs? Yes. I remembered correctly. Oh. Run away. Yes, thank you. Oh, where? All the way over there? Are you kidding? No, you're not. Of course you're not. How terribly rude. There it is. So, in order to just keep things interesting, mostly for me, I am going to be switching back and forth between leveling up characters and doing the job quests, and also not characters, jobs. Leveling up the jobs and switching between job quests, because we have all our jobs except for Bard and Ninja on our combat jobs, and all but Carpenter and Culinarian on our crafting and gathering jobs up to level 35, but I wanted to get out all of the level 35 jobs. So, yeah, we're just gonna keep trying to go back and forth between all these things. Okay, so 13, I can do math sometimes. That would be, yeah, that's not quite enough. None of these are going to be quite enough, but let's head over to Bloodshore anyway. I'm probably going to do a leveling roulette for Ninja because it needs the most out of all of the jobs in regards to experience. And for the crafter jobs, I'm just going to keep it simple and do those for deliveries. I'm going to get a little bit closer. Yeah, so it is a Monday. I am having a little bit of a bad brain day, not in terms of like emotional bad brain day, but like a little bit just fuzzy. I have quite a bit of pain in my back today, so pardon me if I get quiet for a second. Just collecting my thoughts. Okay, so the Jungle Courier, we know where that is, and that's going to be faster from Wineport. But we are almost to level 35 on Bard already. Not bad for only being 8 minutes in. Uh-oh. Okay, so, as I have said, this is an all jobs, all quests run of Final Fantasy XIV, where we do them simultaneously because reasons. Okay, so that is outside, it just hadn't loaded in yet. There it is, okay. Oh, that's a pole. So we have to grab quests if they show up on our mini-map. Fancy yourself a romantic friend? Do you often find yourself gazing off into the horizon, yearning to travel in search of storied relics left behind by the heroes of yore? Yes, you say. Then do I ever have a proposal for you? I was accosted the other day by a slobbering drunkard. Bear with me now, I assure you this gets better, who most eagerly regaled me from what I could gather amidst the slurred speech and copious amounts of spittle, that is, with the tale of a treasure map he had stumbled upon in his travels. I don't recall the particulars. I was emptying my innards of some foul swill at the time, you see, but it sounded rather convincing to my ale-addled brain. What I do remember is that the fellow mentioned striking out at first light for Raincatcher Gully to visit a miner friend. Should the prospect of hunting for hidden riches set your heart aflutter, I reckon you might still find him there. Aerietta is giving us a friendly reminder to take a sip of water because hydration is an important part of every adventure. Alright, so that is a level 36 quest, so we will be doing it when our jobs are level 36. Back to looking for that jungle courier. And it should just be right over here. Up. Shouldn't have gotten so close to the toad, but luckily it didn't notice us. Okay. You have to get close enough to hit them with the specialty arrows. Or any arrows at all. Uh-oh. I did not get out of the way fast enough. Oh well, it's not going to matter in 2 seconds. See? Didn't matter in 2 seconds. Okay, maybe it mattered a little. Is that it? No. And now? Are you kidding me? I thought I would be done. Finally! Alright, so that's one of 4 jobs leveled up to 35. As I said, I was going to be alternating between what jobs I'm doing and what job quests I'm doing, and since we can't do Ninja even though it is the closest job trainer, because Ninja is not yet level 35, I think that I am going to head back to Limsa and knock out Culinarian and Leather Worker real quick. It shouldn't take more than a couple minutes. Luckily for us, it's a very quick process and we don't have much experience left. Ethernet, head over to Hawker's Alley. And try to keep away from the larger crowds. Not that that's the easiest thing to do in Limsa of all places, but this is the grand company we chose, so this is the best place to be in order to do turn-ins for those. Gosh, it's still loading and we can still hear the Lalafell. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we don't need recommendations, please. Thank you. Oh, the loads. The load time. Terrible. Okay, so... Oh, good. Acorn cookie. So I'm going to do Culinarian first. So we need rye flour, table salt, an iron acorn, and mineral water. Let's look at that recipe tree. We do not have enough rye, but we do have the rye flour. We need to grab our rock salt, which is already in our bags, to make table salt. And we have neither the iron acorn nor the mineral water. The mineral water, I think, can just be purchased right here. But the iron acorn cannot. Okay. Sort. And we're going to sort these as well. I think we can put some of this stuff away. We need that rock salt for reasons. I'm sure we're going to need some sort of leather for leatherworking. Insufficient inventory space. How rude. Okay, so we only needed one rye flour, but we're just going to remove the whole thing because I said so. And then we have the rock salt in order to turn it into table salt. So I'm going to check this. No, that's field craft supplies. Where? I don't think it would be with Fieldcraft Supplier. I'm gonna head over here to see if they have mineral water. Actually, no, it's just faster to go and grab it from the Culinarians Guild. So we're gonna do that. So while I was getting ready for stream, it was cold because the weather is changing. It's getting colder in the northern hemisphere. And so I was looking for socks. Some of you know that I do some hand knitting and have some hand knit socks. Well, unfortunately, the ones that I had that I keep by my desk, Nikki had stolen the matches to 2 separate stocks. So we only need 1 mineral water, right? We're just gonna get the 1. I'm gonna double check that real quick. So she had stolen 1 sock from 1 pair and 1 sock from another pair. So I had 2 mismatched socks. Surprisingly enough, they are the same pattern, so they fit the same way. The problem is that one of them is alpaca and one of them is wool. So one is very distinctively colder on my feet than the other. So that's frustrating. She's being awfully cute right now, though. She has tucked herself into a basket of clean and folded towels to stay warm. I am working on making her a blanket of her very own because she keeps snuggling into places and being all cute into wanting to be warm, but there's only so much I can do. So making her a blanket so that she can be warm in the places she normally likes to hide. Why am I here? This is not what I want. I want the market board. I can spell acorn. Rather, I should be able to spell acorn. That's a cute glam. I only need 1. Why are you selling so many? Why are you selling them for so expensive? Ridiculous. I'm gonna sell back the rest of these later. Okay. So we need table salt. Not a table. Table salt. Those are still more tables. Why are there so many tables? This was a mistake. Okay. Okay, excellent. Now we can make the acorn cookies. If it will load! Thank you. Oh, that made 6 salt? Wow. Or rather 6 pinches of salt. So in the United States, Thanksgiving is coming up, and I have volunteered to make a rather non-traditional Thanksgiving dinner. I don't typically like to celebrate a lot of these holidays just because of how controversial they can sometimes be, and just like it hadn't been worth it to me for a while to make sure that I was celebrating all of these standard and traditional holidays that have been dictated in years past. But I did offer to cook this year, so I'm going to be making a cottage pie, which is like a shepherd's pie except it doesn't use lamb. So I'm just trying to make sure that I have all the ingredients to cook that as well, you know, in real life. Or rather, it's not that it's real life, it's that it's offline life. I would love to be able to cook this easily. It would make everything so much easier. Okay, so we need the timers up again. Next mission allowance, so it's going to be a walnut word I can't pronounce. Search by crafting. So walnut lumber and wyvern obsidian. I don't know that we have enough walnut lumber. I don't know that we have enough walnut logs. That was not the button I had intended to click. There we are. Okay, so wyvern obsidian. Ash lumber, yew lumber, ash log, elm log, yew log. None of those are the things I need. Okay, so is it Control-Shift-I? Yes. Maple lumber, elm lumber, yew lumber, maple lumber. Sort. Struggling with loading again. That's fine. Okay, so we need walnut lumber and wyvern obsidian. That was all that we needed, right? So now we just need to get the walnut. It'll load eventually, I promise. I don't know that we need that many, but fine. Sure, fine, whatever. We made a lot of money selling stuff recently. That was also not the intended button. Okay. Synthesize! Interesting. Okay. Ooh. Do we have enough for that? Okay. So I think we have just enough that I can get one more quality increase and still be able to finish it off. Yes. But it didn't come out because we had a 9% chance of not having a high quality. Which really sucks, and I hope that it's not enough to prevent us from leveling up. Okay, so we are headed up to the aft castle. That's right, we have all new job trainers now, so we do need to figure out where all of them are located. I know that Ninja's in Raincatcher Gully. Dragoon might be in the Kurthis area. I can't remember what the low part of Kurthis is. The one that you still get in A Realm Reborn. I can't remember the distinction name. Anyways, might be over there. I know that Scholar is in the Marauder's Tower for reasons beyond my comprehension. That wasn't what I wanted to do, but sure, I'll take a promotion. Thank you, I am now Storm Sergeant First Class. I would like to undertake a supply mission, please. Is it enough? Success! Okay. And we're gonna turn in the acorn cookies because we made them, we might as well turn them in, right? Right. Absolutely. Okay, so that's 3 out of our 4 jobs have leveled up to 35, so we are now able to go and do that steel hatchet. Are we using it though? I'm pretty sure we're probably using it. Yeah, we are definitely using that, so we're not going to turn that in, even if it gets us more points into blacksmith. Okay. So, we are going to start with Scholar since we're right here. And we're going to get those job quests. Get those started. Oh, shit. Ran right past the Aethernet shard. Aerietta bot is reminding us that this coming Wednesday, we're headed back to Moonbury, so we're going to be playing more Potion Permit, and I'm looking forward to it. Something nice, simple, kind of relaxing, just a chill Wednesday. It'll be nice. Hi, Aerietta. I was hoping you might come along. Deciphering the treaties has proven more difficult than I anticipated, but I have nevertheless made progress. It contains a wealth of military knowledge, much of which details the role of scholars in Nimian units. Apparently, a single scholar could provide effective support for an entire party of marauders. They would employ their magics to heal the wounds and enhance the abilities of their allies. Moreover, they often served as leadership roles, as they were highly trained tacticians. But how swiftly the remembrance of all these things is buried in the gulf of eternity. The treatise indicates that Nimian scholars wielded a far more diverse repertoire of spells than you currently possess. Precisely why you lack these spells, I cannot say. I don't know. Maybe it's because thousands of years have passed, but who am I to say anything of a scholarly nature? You know, me, the scholar over here. However, the fault may lie with your fairy. Oh? One could surmise that the knowledge contained within the soul of the scholar is essentially hers. Therefore, if she cannot remember the ancient magics, it would suggest a thought occurs to me. If it is indeed the case that the fairy, having been sealed for 1500 years, has yet to fully regain her senses, mayhap visiting a familiar location would hasten the process. Hi, Hira. How are you? MSQ is going along. We finished all of it up to level 34, and we had sad moments because level 34 MSQ is is sad moments. But right now we're doing all of the level 35 quests. Or rather, the job quests for them. I still have to level Ninja to 35, but it's the last one. And I can think of no more familiar place than the city of Nim. Rather, what remains of it in outer Lenosha. Okay, we're going there. Yes, it is after you defeat Titan. And all that occurs at the Waking Sands. Yeah, it's so sad. It's so sad. But we saw a face that will soon become familiar, and we'll get to talk to him after we finish all of the job quests. Okay, so now we need to switch over to Culinarian to get our next Culinarian quest. Right good of you to drop in again, Aerietta. You'd be surprised how many of your guildmates stop coming all together thinking they know all that needs knowing. But as any scholarly would tell you, the learning never stops, and I speak from experience. There's some that say that I'm the best in the realm, but there ain't a day what passes that I don't discover something new. Now, you and me, we're chefs first and foremost, but there's more to the restaurant business than just cooking. That's why I want you to speak with Letitia, our bookkeeper, before coming to us. She herself was a scholarly doing customs work at Melvin's Gate. You stand to learn much and more by seeing things from her perspective. All right. How do you make this star which you show your jobs? Okay, so that is a macro. I think I found it on Zepla's YouTube channel, but this is my job select macro, so that's user macros. I have this star for job select, so it goes to HUD layout 4 whenever I click that button. So for the HUD layout, 4 in particular shows the different hotbars as I have them set up, and I made them nice and big so they'd be easy to see. And then the back button goes to layout 1, which is what I usually have. So it was just a matter of changing out 2 of my 4 HUD layouts, and then making macros that are just real simple, really. It's just slash HUD layout space 4, and the back button is slash HUD layout space 1. And I just named them job select and go back, just so that when I hover over them, it tells me what they do. But yeah, it's been incredibly useful. I am very particular with mine. I have it set up so that it matches how they are organized in the character menu. So you'll see that I have Paladin, Warrior. This is where Dark Knight is going to go, and this is where Gunbreaker will go. And this is White Mage, Scholar. This will be Astrologian, and this will be Sage, and then my DPS, and then I have my gathering jobs followed by my crafting jobs. Kira, if I can give you advice, you don't need to read job quests. It's really not important to story, and 90% of job stories is boring. Fair enough. Fair enough. Alright. Does help with what we're doing, though. So, even though that's right there, I did want to go and grab the Dragoon quest because I am real curious as to what's going on with that. Because that does involve a character that stays with the story until Endwalker. So, Lance of Fury, that is in Kurthis. Kurthis Central Highlands, that's what it's called. Okay. But we have to go to Dragonhead to get there. Only interesting job stories is Dragoon, Dark Knight, and Reaper. Fair enough. Yeah, with the Scholar one, I haven't gotten very far in it on my other jobs. And like, with Summoner, oh no. A quest has appeared on our mini-map, therefore we must grab it. But where is it? Are you in this building? Possibly. Maybe not. Okay, where are you though? No. Upstairs then. If I can find the way upstairs. If there is an upstairs. This one's just trying to trick us. Either that or it hasn't loaded in. But yeah, one of the regular Seki would argue to the death about it, but the early part of the Scholar Quest don't really interest me all that much. Okay, so still not seeing it. Huh. So it must be down there then. And it just didn't load in. Very rude. Why are these fortresses trying to keep me out? They're just too effective at it. Okay. Okay, a fool and his life are soon parted. But where is the fool? Or am I the fool? I am the fool. Okay, I'm gonna come back to this later because I don't feel like going in search of it, and I will just come back to it later. I'll look up where it goes. Oh, and here it depends on the person, but in my opinion, it's not worth doing several classes at the same time because believe me, it's not a nice feeling when you're doing a raid and it turns out that you can't draw gear because your inventory is full. I had that once. I wanted to cry. Absolutely. That's kind of why I'm doing it this way, though, is because it's specifically a challenge. I'm doing all of the jobs and all of the quests so that I can say that I did and do it simultaneously. I'm not getting the road to 80 bonus because none of my characters are high enough level to attain that bonus. It's just, it's an annoying challenge that I wanted to try out, and so I figured I would do it. But yeah, I regularly have to go through my inventory and clear everything out. So, like, some of it is obviously more organized than others. I still have to go through the pants and the shoes, definitely, but I regularly, between streams, make sure that I have enough room to roll on everything, because otherwise I would also cry. Luckily, there's a lot of crossover for gear, depending on what it is. Oh no! More quests. But yeah, there are over 4,000 quests in A Realm Reborn alone. And I wanted to do them because I am a masochist. It calls me to ask for the help of an adventurer, yet I cannot leave the fort. Not now, damn it. You're eager to do us service, is that not right, adventurer? There is some urgent need for firewood, and you would gain much by assisting us. The area around Skyfire Locks never lacks for firewood. Collect 8 bundles and deliver them to Stefano on the East Hill. Like, this game will always be Chore Simulator, however... And since we're just right here, I'm gonna pick that up, even though we won't be able to turn it in. Just to get a couple of them out of the way. Inside the house, I guess. There. The common folk of Ishgard now seek shelter in Skyfire locks whenever the dragons attack in force. Each stronghold must be victualed with these extra mouths in mind. Will you help us secure meat and sheepskin from the caracools that roam the snowy plains? These stockpiles will mean the difference between life and death for helpless folk under our protection. When the sheep are skinned and dressed, make your deliveries to the strongholds and watchtowers. Every morsel and every shield against the cold counts, no matter how small. Okay. And chocobo. And we'll do the rest of the firewood when we are high enough level to turn in the firewood. No more quests! Never-ending challenge. Except that it will after 4,000 of them. I think I've done 500 quests so far. Something like that. Help me for the Ruth of Helone, help me. My caravan are all slain. Something huge and savage lunged from out of the storm. The screams, you gotta go and kill this waving thing. Kill it as it did my traveling companions. As long as that monster's out there, every one of our arses will be hanging out in the wind. Look sharp, adventure? As adept as you are with your steel. Whatever it was, it seemed to be everywhere at once. Red murder wreathed in white storm. Okay, let's go grab that Dragoon quest. The one we're interested in. The reason we're here. It is pleasing to see how readily the dragon stirs within you. You show a great potential, Aerietta. A potential that may well prove the difference between victory and defeat. Estinian is no ordinary dragoon, even when set against the legendary Azures of ages past. The man is considered second to none. Such is his prowess, in fact, that the day he was chosen by the Eye, it was proclaimed that Haldreth the Dragon's Eye had been reborn. I mean not to discourage your skills, Aerietta, but to pursue Estinian in your current state would be tantamount to suicide. As promised, I shall train you in the way of the dragoon, that you might face Estinian as an equal. Before we commence, however, it is only fitting that you are edified regarding our origins. It all began a millennium past, when our forebears resided in the southern plains in humble circumstances. The Fury, impressed by the spirit of our ancestors, decided it was meet that she make them her own. So did she appear before Haldreth's sire, a man of courage and integrity named Thordan, and bade him lead her people to the Promised Land, to what would become the great nation of Ishgard. Their journey brought them to a wide chasm, whereupon Thordan and his people set to building a bridge. It was then that the dark shadow descended upon them, the great wyvern Nidhogg. Heedless of his own safety, Thordan fearlessly charged at the colossal beast. Alas, he was pushed into the chasm by one of his own, a man seduced by the worm, and fell to his death. Taking up his slain sire's lance, Haldreth hurled himself at Nidhogg, even as tears streamed down his face. The confrontation ended when the young man had his hand, guided by Helone, landed a mighty thrust that prized out Nidhogg's eye. With a terrible roar of pain, the great worm took wing and fled, while jubilation reigned below. Ishgard's priceless relic is none other than the eye taken from Nidhogg that day. It is a veritable wellspring of dragon powers. Even so removed from its owner, it can exert control over the hearts of men. Haldreth himself felt its malign influence, but his love of justice brooked no corruption, and he prevailed over the power, claiming it for his own. And so it was that the first Azure Dragoon was born. Being derived from our foe, the power of the dragon is a thing to be loathed. But as Haldreth proved to us all, so long as our hearts burn with justice, we need not fear being taken in its thrall. But what is justice precisely? Justice assumes many shapes and forms, Aerietta, and none can say that one is greater than the other. So long as you hold fast to your beliefs and stay true to yourself, you leave no room for the power of the dragon to master you. But enough of this history. Let us return our attention to the present. A knight by the name of Sir Brusmont will see to the next stage of your training. Seek him out at Witch Drop. That was a lot of words. I'm going to drink some water. Alright, and now we just need to grab this extra quest. It's behind the building, or up here, perhaps? Behind the building it is. Aha! Oh, multiple. I need to talk to you, adventurer. I was down in the snow house keeping out of the wind when I heard whispers. I swear it was on the lives of my chocobos. I couldn't see anyone in there, but I'm sure I heard something. Go and see who it was. Else I don't know how I'll sleep tonight. Okay. Oh yay, this one. This one gets us a new emote. I can't see it as how I ought to care, but I saw a fellow out throwing snowballs at a snowman. Why anyone engaged in such japery in the cold I can't rightly say. No, went nut gathering and lost before he found, is my guess. Lost more'n he found. You better make sure that don't happen to you, lass. Not that I know precisely what happened, mind you. What's that? Me? Ask? I got my chocobos to see to. If a Duvacuro wants to upend his head soup on the snow, I can't see what business of mine it'd be. Yep, that's his name, Duvacuro. I don't know, he sells things, goes places. Don't seem like no kind of life to me, beggin' pardon. Yet, you want to see him? I reckon he's somewhere about. Alright. So that is the snow throwing. Where is Lance of Fury leading us? Witch Drop. So that's above Camp Dragonhead. We're gonna head over there. And since we still haven't figured out how to get in there, we're just gonna head straight over to Witch Drop. Or we might, if we figure out how to get down there. Ah, there's a path. Not the biggest fan of this area, but that's fine. It's fine. All this is fine. Except that my chocobo can't jump that high and these creatures are higher level than me. Alright. So the adventurer seeks to become a dragoon. Ha! Sir Albrecht speaks of legends and chosen ones, but I would see you prove yourself in a more practical fashion. With your lance. Defend yourself. Oh, trained death gaze. That sounds fantastic. Where is it? Ah, there it is. Why would you train one of these things? That sounds like a horrible use of time. Okay. You have some skill, I'll give you that. And the glow of your soul crystal. Perhaps Sir Abrick was not wrong about you after all. Now return to him. Your training here is complete. That was it! Bruce. Buddy. Why are you like this? I'm displeased. Okay. Camp Dragonhead. Because I don't feel like walking. Alright, and I still don't know where to find that, so we're just gonna continue back south to go turn in this part of the Dragoon quest. Yes, I am fully aware of all the caracals that I need for a quest that I won't be able to turn in yet. I know. Right there, I know. That is a very big furry alligator. I have no interest in battling the giant furry alligator, thank you. I've been thinking about changing up the HUD a bit so that it's easier to see the character as well as area of effect. The soul of the dragon. I can use words. Hang on. Gonna have some more water. The soul of the dragon grows ever stronger within you, Aerietta. Clearly, your trial was a rousing success. I need only observe your crystal to know as much. Don't be staring at my crystal. It's rude. Yes, though you have only just begun to walk the path of the Dragoon, it is clear you possess the talent to become Estinian's equal. Go forth and make the powers so you have obtained your own. When the time is right, we shall proceed with your training. That's it? You just gave me backflip off a cliff? For listening to a history lesson? They gave me backflip off a cliff for listening to a history lesson. Boo! Okay. Anyways, what's this one? That one's just jump. Okay, so that is an attack. This one is a get the hell out of the way. I need to reorganize my bar at some point. I'll do that eventually. So, while we are here, what was I doing next? Okay. So we needed to speak to the cook. We need to go to the last remnants. Forget it. I'm just going to open up character select and just grab whichever I think is closer. Oh, I know where that one is. That's in South Shroud for White Mage. Only you can prevent forest ire. Perfect. I didn't even get to see Estinian. I wanted to fist fight him. I wanted to tell him that Halone said it was my turn with the giant marble. Okay, now we get to remember her name for the first time in weeks. Raya Osena. Okay. Ah, Aerietta, looking ever more the white mage, I see. And yet I fear you are as ready to perform the quieting as a chocobo chick is to carry a wood whaler clad in full plate. But take heart, for we all must begin somewhere. Today I would teach you the art of communing with the elements. This is by any measure the very foundation of our art, the means by which we preserve harmony between the forest and our people. Not far from Sorrel Haven you shall find a tree, a mere sapling in the shadow of the guardian tree, but one that has likewise been consumed by anger and fear. I would ask you to placate this tree. The process is quite simple. Stand before the tree and raise your hands. Commune with the elements that reside within, the elementals that reside within, and attune yourself to them until your feelings are in absolute harmony. Be forewarned, however, an angry elemental can be as stubborn as my dear brother. Do not be surprised if you find your honest plea rebuffed and foul creatures sent to drive you from the forest. No matter what happens, you must remain calm. Dispatch the creatures, settle your heart, and speak to the tree once more. If your heart is true, your voice will reach the elemental ere long. Remember this, Aerietta. Under no circumstances must you allow your anger and fear to overcome you. As practitioners of white magic, the magic of succor and solace, such emotions are anathema to our very existence. I would argue that point. Blood for the Blood Lily is the war cry of every white mage I've ever met. Okay, where... Okay. So I have to go back to Gridania and go south. While I'm just right next to the Carpenters Guild, I'll pick that one up. The loading time, I swear to God. And we're still waiting. There it is. Okay, so first we're going to switch over to Carpenter. And no, we cannot pick up Machinist yet. Why do you taunt us this way? Well, well, if it isn't Aerietta, you grow more popular with every commission. Take that walnut cane, for example. You remember, don't you? The one you crafted not long ago. It must have left quite the impression on Gerhardt, because he has once again requested your services. This time he would have you craft an oaken longbow, a quality longbow, but I presume you already knew that. Gerhardt's squad is considered one of the finest units in the Yellow Serpents. They are oft tasked with dangerous missions which carry them deep into hostile territory. Our soldiers should never want for the best material. I trust you not to disappoint, Aerietta. I won't, but you're going to be disappointed. This is one of the few crafting and gathering jobs that I've done the whole way through. What job were we on? We were on White Mage. Okay, before we go and talk to a tree, I am going to take a very short break. And I have returned. Thank you for your patience. I now have more water and have ensured that the cat did not knock down anything heavy again. She knocked down a box from the tallest shelf in my office a bit ago, and it crashed real loud to the ground. I'd rather not have a repeat of that experience. Yes, please, I would like to go there, thank you. Luckily, no one was harmed, including the cat, and nothing was broken, despite her best efforts. Okay, so... I'm very quickly... Nope, that's not going to be the one. Okay, we're going to move our map back over here. Okay. Just so that we have it nearby and can see where we are going. Important things, I would argue. Oh, we have to fight lindworms, great. Because I'm sure we're not going to be able to make it all the way over there unscathed. Maybe? Oh, we might actually be able to. No, that's not going to work. I'm sure one of these is going to lock onto us in a second. Oh, hostile presence. Yay, thanks. Thanks for that. I don't have an AoE. Why would you do this to me? Alright, I have a dot on all of them. Luckily, they don't hit very hard. Hey, tree. Stop trying to kill me. Hey, tree, stop trying to kill me. Destination. Ooh, thunder and lightning. Your communion has furthered your potential as a white mage. Cool, cool, cool. Now we head back to Camp Tranquil. And since we're already in South Shroud, I am going to go grab the next Bard quest. Yeah, as Hero was saying, some of these are more interesting than others. A lot of them I haven't actually done. The Bard quest is meh. The Summoner quest was a lot of traveling for a story that wasn't, like, it wasn't high stakes. I like the trainer for the Summoner quests. I can say that much. But also because she ties back into the story. A lot of these trainers do tie back into the story as far as I'm aware, but some in more interesting and intricate ways than others. A short while ago I sensed a great anger abate. The forest is quieter, more welcoming now. It would seem you have passed the first test, Aerietta. The trees are the elementals are the trees. The lush verdure of the wood is inseparable from the spirits that dwell within it. But you do not need to hear this from me. Doubtless you felt it yourself when you healed the tree. Above all else, the elementals prize harmony. When they sense a threat to harmony, they summon forth all the powers at their disposal to expulse it. For so long we have lived in peace with the elementals. Why now do they turn against us? I can offer no answers, only theories, but one thing is certain: we must quell the Great One's fury, and do it soon, lest Gridania bear the full brunt of the forest's wrath. to soothe the forest wounds and harmony restored. That is our duty as mages of the white, and it is a responsibility that transcends race or nation. I sensed your success in soothing the ailing tree, and am more certain of this than ever. Sadly, many cannot see past established practice and tradition, my dear brother among them. One would hope for a bit more open-mindedness given his youth, but alas, his pride as a Padjal would not permit it. For my part, I am not entirely unsympathetic to his concerns, and yet the task before us is too great. We must bring him around to see reason. But how? Forgive me, Aerietta. I would be alone with my thoughts for a while. Worry not. I will find a way to deal with Arun. What did you give me? Regen! Hooray! Finally, something actually useful! Or at least I would assume it's useful. I actually have no idea. That's fine. Okay, but it is in the wrong place. I would put it here. I also have weird choices in where I put things, but that's totally okay. Hello? Job select. And now we head up to Quarry Mill for the Archer's Anthem. I am looking forward to getting further into a lot of these stories, though. Just to say I did them, if nothing else. Please no Ked Trap. Please no Fates, no Ked Trap. Ah, that glint of determination in your eyes is a testament to your newfound strength. You put me in mind of my salad days, Aerietta. You're what now? No, you would know why I truly abandoned the battlefield and became a bard. I'm sorry, I'm still interested in the salad days. Did you go vegan for a period of time? Like, I'm very curious as to what you meant by that. That I took an arrow in the knee is what most folk believe, but it is quite clear you are not most folk. Very well, I shan't insult your intelligence with an untruth. For now, allow me to answer by saying that everything in creation is given to change, and man most of all. I was drawn to the power of song, the power to touch the very souls of men, and decided that I must pursue it. Sadly, that power has been all but forgotten in this age of cynicism. Such songs as those performed by tavern bards serve no purpose beyond the amusement of drunkards. But that was not always the way of it. There was a time when song could shape the outcome of conflict. Ever since nations' first quarrels, armies have fielded archers wherewith they rained death upon the enemy from afar. As the battle unfolded, however, the distinction between the lines of friend and foe would grow hazy, yet the archer's part did not end there. He had to stay ever alert, with arrows nocked and eyes trained upon the struggle. Even as his comrades fell, turning the earth red with their blood, the archer could ill afford to avert his gaze, lest that moment cost another his life. One need not have a vivid imagination to appreciate the torrent of emotions that raged within him at the moment. Nerves near to fraying, his breast fit to burst, the archer did the only thing he could. He sang. His bows became a makeshift instrument, plucked as an accompaniment. At first the archer sang only to still the roiling within, but his voice chance carried to his comrades. It inspired those engaged in combat, lending their strength to the sword arms. And to those who lay upon the precipice of death, it granted a measure of peace. Realizing the tactical potential of song, yet loath to set aside skilled archers for that purpose, armies began raising dedicated regiments of minstrels. But the members of such units were no warriors, Aerietta. Fair of voice and nimble of finger, these career minstrels could find a place in the hall of any lord. Yet they knew not of the burden borne by those who charge into battle, whose lot it is to dance with death and sup on pain. And so their songs rang hollow, holding no power over the hearts of men. In eastern Lenosha, spirits are said to haunt the trees of Raincatcher Gully. I would ask that you travel there and await the emergence of these specters. Through force of arms you are to release the spirits from their tormented existence, and in the doing, ease their unfathomable suffering. With such a deed might you draw forth an ancient melody from the soul of the bard. Okay, so I'm remembering things out of order. Bard does have a reasonably interesting story, but the reasonably interesting part doesn't really hit home for me until Heavensward. I think that's like the best part of the Bard story in my personal opinion, even with the annoying characters. Okay, so that's taking us to Raincatcher Gully, and that's over by Ninja. So I'm gonna switch over to Ninja, and we're just gonna attempt real hard at doing a leveling roulette, and hopefully no one will be mad at me that I'm not doing great. Okay. We haven't actually played ninja in a while. Okay, executes specific ninjutsu action coinciding with the combination of mudra made immediately beforehand. Delivers an attack with a potency of 150, increases target's damage when taken by 5%. Okay, Shade Shift creates shadows that nullify damage up to 20% of maximum HP. Okay. And of course we have Bloodbath, which converts a portion of physical damage to HP, and Faint lowers the target's physical damage dealt by 10% and magic by 5%. Not 15, 5. Anyways, that's 7 minutes away, so while we wait, might as well do a little bit more of that Hunt's Log. So Curiel's Outer Lenosha, the Long Climb. And the Long Climb is right by where the Scholar quest is. That's in Dragonhead. That's also in Dragonhead. That's also nearby. But those are also higher level. So let's head over to Outer Lenosha. While we're waiting. Hi, Greg! I'm doing okay. I'm having a bit of back pain, and my cat stole one sock from 2 pairs each, and so I'm wearing mismatched socks. So one of my feet is colder than the other. How are you? I have weird complaints today. How are you? You're good? You're just taking care of your fiance. He's sick with COVID. That sucks so bad. I'm so sorry. I was wondering if it was that, and yeah. I'm so sorry. That's rough. Oh, hello. I didn't want to fight you, but here we are. Please click the target. Thank you. His second round. Ah, that's so rough. I hope that you are able to keep from getting it, because I know that you also have your surgery coming up soon. So I hope he feels better, and I hope you feel fine and don't get any sort of illness. When is your surgery again? It's coming up pretty quick, right? Okay, I'm following people who You think you gave it to him, perhaps? Oh. Well, yeah, that's... I mean, it happens. Hopefully that means that you have some level of not getting it again. The whole new regulations on COVID are just so... It's so uncertain because like immunity doesn't seem guaranteed no matter what. He's got a bunch of symptoms that I had several weeks ago but never tested positive. I see. Your surgery's on the 29th, so by then everyone should be healthy. Good. Please hit the slug. Run out of the way! Okay. Okay. Not doing great in this one, am I? I really do need to get better at ninja, just as a rule. Okay. Alright, someone else grab the key. At least these people know where they're going. Ninja's tough, yeah. I would like for it to be a little bit easier, but I also don't want to wreck the job just for my sake. And another reason why I wanted to do all the jobs is so that I'd be better at doing all the jobs. Run out of the way. Yeah, in my old FC, my first FC in Final Fantasy XIV, absolutely all of them did all the jobs. Like, all of them had been playing for probably since 2.0 first launched. However, that doesn't change the fact that all of them could do literally any job. And it definitely was a bit of a blow to my confidence that I couldn't even do tanking or healing. So I really wanted to be able to learn all the jobs as well, and this is another reason why I decided to do this challenge, was to force myself to do this, because I'm not gonna do Scholar on my own time. That sounds hard. I'm not gonna do Ninja on my own time. That sounds hard. Okay, following the group. I'm assuming they know where they're going. They have so far. Okay. It is nice having a melee job that does have a ranged attack, though. I've gotten a lot more practice on Monk than I have on Ninja, and it's been incredibly frustrating because Monk doesn't have ranged attacks. It does have an AoE, which is super nice. However, being able to hit things from a distance ensures that you don't necessarily need to make sure that you can hit all of them at once. Uh-oh. This tank is really confident in the healer. I'm also standing like right in the middle of everything, which is probably not the best place for me. However, it's hard to see anything. I really should change that in my settings. It is something that I should change. I should make it so that it's not quite so big and flashy all the time. I would love to be able to know what's going on, at least on occasion, you know? Move out of the way. It is also nice getting more familiar with all of the dungeons. Again, like, Hawk Manor is one of the ones where it's just like, I'll just follow the tank. Well, what happens when I am the tank? I need to be able to learn these a bit better so that I can just do them on any job. Don't I have that? Aren't I wearing that? Not me, last person through the Aether portal. Except, you know, every single time. Hello, tank. Does look like this is going to give us level 35. Thankfully. Okay, and no one is viewing the cutscene because no one needs to. Having the camera stuck on the chandelier, not the best. Yes, thank you for the screams. Greatly appreciated. Love that for me. It did not turn away fast enough. And I turned to stone. Because I didn't turn fast enough again! Actually, I think I remember hearing that the charm effect isn't one that you can ignore, but you can prevent the stone effect by turning away immediately after that. Okay, so now that Ninja is level 35, we can head over to Raincatcher Gully to pick up the Ninja quest as well as do the Dragoon quest. Not Dragoon, Bard. We did the Dragoon quest. Oh, hello. Why are we here? That's right. I remember why we're here. Except that I don't want to be here anymore. Wait. Did I level Black Mage? Did I just imagine that Ninja was below level 34? Or below level 35? Did I mess up? I messed up. We need to level up Black Mage. I cannot for the life of me remember if Ninja actually was level 35 or not. Oh well, we'll handle that in a bit. It is a thing we will do. But first, we must repair all of our gear. One of the other nice things about having all of the crafting jobs is that you can repair all of your gear. I don't think any of our other gear... Yeah. Close, but not quite. Are we wearing the best possible gear? We are. So we're going to head on down, grab the Ninja quest, and then head even further south to do the Bard quest, and then we'll figure out what the heck we're going to do about Black Mage. We might need to do a front lines, but I will reserve that if we can't do anything else. I'm not sure my computer can handle the chaos of doing a front lines until after I've upgraded it. Aerietta, why I did not even hear your footsteps as you approached. You are becoming more and more the shinobi with each day. No, Oboro has been awaiting your return. Please enter. Gatekeep. Welcome back, Aerietta. You may enter. Ah, Aerietta, it is clear from the manner in which you carry yourself that you have been most diligent in your training. I really haven't. It's kind of a problem. But you are not the only one who has mastered the technique imparted to you. Behold my Eorzean bow, perfect in balance and form. Ahem. Now, it is not bow. That's right, he was doing an Eastern bow and I had to teach him how to do an Eorzean bow. Now it is time for your next lesson. Watch carefully my hands, Aerietta. With this mudra, the shinobi can summon the energies of the earth, chi, in our tongue. Etch its form in your mind and I shall show you how to employ it in battle. Okay. Please teach me things, Saboro. I don't know what I'm doing. We got the skill before we had to do the quest. Chi, or Earth, marks the second mudra that you have learned. With this, you are ready to begin the next phase of your training. It is through the combination of mudra that you will find your new techniques. The first technique I would impart you is Raiton, lightning release. When heavens join the earth, lightning will flash and thunder will roll. In other words, the mudra 10 followed by Chi. Channel that energy forward and bolts of lightning will surge from your hands to strike your foe. As it is a more formidable technique than the Fuma Shuriken you have wielded thus far, I have taken care to reinforce the Mokujin outside the storehouse. Strike it with Raiton, and I shall observe. Okay. I must learn the ways of the ninja, because I keep forgetting! This isn't a job that I have done much of before. Okay. I did it. Did you see? Were you watching, Aboro? I did it. Very well. Now recall what I said during our first lesson. The techniques at your disposal are created not merely by which mudra you form, but also the order in which you combine them. Not necessarily true, it's the order in which you end them. When earth joins with heaven, the skies will rain fire and ash. In other words, from the mudra chi followed by 10, channel those energies forward, and searing hell's fire will engulf your foes. But be forewarned, these techniques require considerable exertion of your spirit, and after performing one, you will observe that some time is required before your mind settles and you are able to wield another. Now, demonstrate Katan for me on the Mukojin over there. Mokujin, not Mukojin. I got them backwards. Okay. Splendid. Your grasp on fundamental mudra combinations is firm, but knowing the how of the technique is only the beginning. You must also understand when to employ it. No, chunin is our word for a shinobi who has attained full mastery of the two mudra techniques. In our tradition, when a student is deemed by his master to show such potential, she is led to a waterfall outside the village to conduct intense training. I cannot take you to Doma, of course, but my maps tell me of a place in Upper Lenosha that should suffice. Fool's Falls. The name is less than auspicious, but it will have to do. Meet me there and we shall proceed. Okay, I'm just gonna... Okay, bye! I'll meet you there later. Why is the green penguin called Bloody Mary? Or was it? Now I'm curious, because I don't actually remember what I read. Yeah, it's called Bloody Mary. Why is the green penguin called Bloody Mary? Uh-oh, I am stuck. Daffodil, you can't be doing that. Okay. I know that I have to get on top of a bunch of giant rocks. Well, not giant necessarily, but large. Are this them? These are them. Okay. Hostile presence! Hello, wandering souls. Uh-oh. Hi. Please stop that. That is quite painful when you do that. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, so let's look at our hunts log for thaumaturge. We've done next to nothing for thaumaturge. Okay, so we can go back to Sigoli Desert to take out the smoke bomb and get the Russet Yarzan. Revenant is in Sorrel Haven, which is north of us, maybe? That's lower paths. Ron's like, let's just start with Sigoli because it's like right there. Okay. So we're going to switch over to Black Mage because it is the job that we haven't done yet, I guess. Rude. I honestly thought that we only had the 4. Oh, I could have done the toads. Oh, well. Giant toads were the first thing I died to on this character ever. And it was on Black Mage. Well, rather, it was on Thaumaturge. So, I'm not too excited about the prospect of seeing them again on this job in particular. Hello. Please light on fire, thank you. Please light on fire faster, thank you. Then we run over here. Okay, and now we run over here. I don't know how many Yarzans we need, but hopefully not that many. Apparently it's still many, or at least one more, possibly 2. I lost count. It's fine, it's totally fine. Aerietta is giving us the friendly reminder to take a sip of water because hydration is an important part of every adventure. Let's see if I can keep fighting while drinking water. Success on both counts! Alright, let's go find those smoke bombs. Why does it still say that? Why does it still say that? It's not loading! Oh, sandworm. Avoid the worm. Avoid it! There's one. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I am very thankful that you don't actually need to use opposite elements to fight elemental type creatures. Because otherwise being a black mage would suck even more than it already does. I mean, it definitely can be fun, but it can also be a pain in the ass. It's not the worst job, it's not necessarily the most difficult either, it's just notoriously unfavorable because of how squishy and how much brain is required to make sure that you are keeping on top of your bars and all of that. as a black mage, I would like to have bigger damage. I was promised big damage. The numbers should be large. Larger than they are. I don't think I have the numbers showing. But they should be larger than they are, regardless. The chunks that diminish should be larger than that. Are you done? Okay. That was not the button. Okay, so we did do the Russet Yards, and I don't know why it only just updated here. So Revenants are going to be in Central Shroud. That's South Shroud, Upper Lenosha, Central Shroud, Raincatcher Gully, which we just left, like I just said. Obnoxious. Salamanders or Bronze Lake. Are there any nearby? And Kurthus. Also Kurthus. South Shroud and Snake Molt. And Eastern Thanalin. I guess I am going to, for my sake, start in Bronze Lake because there were a couple of them over there. Okay. Okay, there are two here. The Mamulja Executioners and the Salamanders. I can't see. Oh, there's one. Hey. Oh no. Hi. You got here a little sooner than I had planned for. But we can do this dance. Alright, there's one. Hey, a salamander. Come here, friend. I want to bazap and light you on fire. Uh-oh. Why you spit so much? Why you spit? It's very rude. Why are you bigger than me? Please stop that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. I'm gonna use a potion, because this thing is hitting me hard. Uh-oh. Hi. Crap. Did I win? Okay, it's dead. I won. We're gonna switch out what potions we actually have. We're gonna switch out what potions we actually have, and also yeah, that should be marginally safer now. I want to be able to see, please. Uh-oh. And another one. Okay, that should be 3 of them, right? I don't remember how many we needed. I really should stop pretending like I'm going to count. Because that's not going to happen. No matter how hard and how often I pretend it will. All right. Not enough. That's the answer. The answer is not enough. Not seeing... Oh, there's another executioner. Let's see if we can pick him off from his friends. Okay. We're gonna switch that over to Blizzard so that we get our magic points back. So we need at least one more salamander and at least one more executioner, I'm sure. Please don't do that when I take my hand off of the keyboard. I was busy doing things. My sock needed readjusting. How dare you? With your multitudinous eyes. Really though, why does it have the wiggly little eyes, and why does it have so many of them? Okay, salamander done. No, I don't want to fight it. I think I saw an executioner. That's an infiltrator, not an executioner. Dang. Dang it. Alright. We should have at least a few over here. Yeah, like right that one. Right there, that one. I can words occasionally. Okay. There's more of them over here. Infiltrator. There's an executioner. Excellent. Why couldn't that have been the last one? I've already taken down 4 of these guys. They are obviously no match for me. Hello, Seki. How was dinner? You know what? I probably should just do one of the fates because it will provide me with some more EXP. Just to get it out of the way. It went well, then I hung out in the basement for a bit, and here I finally am. What was so interesting in the basement, if you don't mind my asking? Or is this the basement in your Final Fantasy house? Which, is its own interesting thing, I'm sure. For those of you who have not heard me talking about it before, Seki has a house in Final Fantasy XIV, and the basement is just Horschiffant posters. The Switch is down there, so me and Dad did some Mario Golf. Ah, I see. Well, I hope you had an enjoyable time hanging out with your dad. I don't care about you anymore. I just want to go over there and fight that guy, specifically. We haven't yet met Horschiffant. We will, but we haven't done so yet, which is surprising because we spent a lot of time in Dragon's Head today. Hooray! Okay, so let's see. I don't think we're gonna have enough time to get through this fate on our own. Because we're making a little bit of progress, but not very much. Okay, we are almost halfway there. Maybe we are making some progress. And yes, I probably am playing it a little bit too safe by not pulling a larger group of the weird snails. The fate might go quick enough, and I haven't tested it, but I'm wondering if you, Dragoon, it is about to finish, then swap if the EXP is still full or not. I don't know. Clearly I don't know. Otherwise I would have answered my own question. Ah! Leaves, why? I mean, it is... It just jumped up astronomically. Yeah, I think this should finish it off, this or the next one, so I don't think it's going to be a big deal either way. I just hope that it's worth it for the experience. Because I forgot that I still needed to level up Black Mage. And that was my fault. Success! It wasn't worth it! I'm just glad the flying fish is totally content just hanging around. Me too! Okay, so... South Shroud, lower paths. Okay. I know that we only have 5 minutes left of our typical time frame, but I'm going to finish getting Black Mage to level 35 because this is annoying me. It is annoying me specifically. I don't think I'm going to do a Frontlines. I don't think I need to, and I don't think my computer can handle it. The status of my computer is in fact getting worse, not better. So on Friday we did do a Frontlines and it almost crashed my whole system. So I don't think I'm going to be able to do Frontlines until I have finished upgrading my computer. I am still trying to get those last amounts of money on my Ko-fi. In order to do so, I just need this one part. Oh, whoops. I meant to multi-target. Oh, well. Um, Seki says leveling Black Mage hurts my soul, and it feels so much better doing roulettes with it, in my opinion. Yeah, I should be doing better at this. Hi, why is one of you flying away? Am I really that far gone? Okay, please don't come back. Okay, bye. Why? What's the rush? No, not you. This one. Yeah, just... I was having a rough time anyway, but, Frontlines completely crashed my computer. I'm also not going to be able to play Genshin, even without it being on stream, until I get those last parts in. I only have one more that I need, that I'm going to be still saving up for through Ko-fi, so any donations that way is appreciated. But, yeah, it's going to be into December before the parts come in, even after I've gotten the funds for them. Seki says, I noticed the leashing in Final Fantasy XIV is extremely short unless you're in an instance or in very select spoiler zones. The leashing in? Do you mean the lagging? Okay, Will-o'-the-Wisp. Where are you? Oh, you're in Snake Mold. Okay. I need to head up that way anyway, I think. Or I could just be misremembering. It's fine. We just have to get past these marble things that I don't like. Nope! Nope! Please no. Please why? I'm a level 38 tree. That's just perfection. I wanted these ones. I don't even know if I could fight those ones. Okay. Let's see if I can fight those ones. Ooh, I like the music around here. Leashing as in the monsters don't chase you that far. Oh, okay. We are getting surprisingly far along in terms of experience. Okay. I don't know how many of these we need though. It should mention in chat log how many kills you're at for the log. I mean, it should, but I specifically turned that off because it was annoying me. Also, I need to get that health potion off before I die. That'd be... Thank you. I'm glad I didn't die. Okay, let's see if I actually have it under my general tab, because I got rid of a lot of things. 2 out of 5. I try to reduce the amount of stimuli as much as humanly possible. I think I mentioned that I recently figured out that, my autism diagnosis does not negate the fact that I was also diagnosed with ADHD in 6th grade. Both are simultaneously true. Whoops. So I try to keep as little on the screen and in my way as possible, because otherwise it's going to prove to be a problem for me. Rush at heart parties of member's side. Interesting. Why did I click that button? That wasn't the one I meant to click. That's fine. Uh-oh. I need to get on top of my crap? Please don't die? Why do I need to kill so many of these? Why do I need to kill so many of these? Okay. Close enough. Here we go! Almost. It's the will of the hunting log to ask for 5. Except that sometimes it asks for 1, or 2, or 4. Because it can. And it's very rude about it. Alright. I really shouldn't have gone after the level 38s when I'm still only level 34. I got the joke, Seki. I got the joke. I promise. I did, in fact, get that joke. Please. Thank you. There it is. Why? Why? Why is it... Why is there... Why? Why am I 1,100 points away from this? Why are you like this? Okay, I'm going to keep running to the north and run past the treant, which hopefully won't notice me. Please, don't notice me. Why did you do that? How dare you? Do not perceive me. I do not wish to be perceived. Okay. I wonder. Maybe one more wisp? The treant is the stream sniping. It is. That was 276 experience points. So, we're gonna do... You know what? Screw it. We're gonna head back to Raincatcher Gully. Because I said so. And we're gonna grab one of those Giganttoads. Because I said so. Because I'm tired of these small fries not giving me enough EXP. And at least this will lead to more hunt slug being done later. Okay. Oh, I should have turned in the Bard quest while I was there. Oh well. That is neither here nor there. Actually, it is there. It's specifically over there. It's a thing I did not do while I was over there. Okay, Toad. Have at ye. Surely this should do it. No. How dare. No thank you, no thank you, no thank you. Nope. Stop. Please. Please. Okay. Please don't. Please maybe don't. Please maybe don't. Please maybe don't. There it is. And I'm just gonna hit it with Scathe until I'm done. There we are. Okay! And with that lovely finality, we have all of our jobs up to level 35. We did a couple of level 35. No, you can wait. We did a couple of 35 job quests, got them completed, and a few more we still have to do later. But we've made a ton of progress, and we're going to continue that progress on Friday. On Wednesday, however, we are going back into Potion Permit. I'm going to switch scenes over to just chatting. Thank you all so much for being here and hanging out while I do my weird little challenge. I appreciate you. I hope that you are enjoying my suffering. Because there's not much else I can say about the challenge run at certain parts, except that it is. I did not miss Scholar. I already picked Scholar up. I have not yet done Scholar. But I picked it up, so. Let's see. I think we're gonna head over and visit our good buddy Fierce, but first. You'll try to be extra free on Friday. It's one of the boring ones, though. Like, it's pretty, but the level 35 quest isn't terribly interesting in my opinion, unless I'm forgetting something important. Alright, so in chat as well as on screen right now, we have my beacons directory, and I can remember words. It has more stuff on it now. So, for some reason, it did not update it, but the beacons directory has links for my Twitter and Instagram, both of which will have updates, as well as the community Discord. The Instagram, I'm not entirely sure how often I'm going to use it. However, it is there. And so we also have links for VODs on YouTube, tips on Ko-fi to help me get to that computer parts faster so that I can play Frontlines again, as well as doing Genshin Impact on the stream, and it has the Throne gift list for privacy gifting. Again, thank you all so much. I am going to get that raid going. If you would like to join us, the raid helps both me and Fierce. And Fierce uses they, them pronouns. They appear to be playing Lonesome Village today. Well, thank you for being here, Greg, and thank you, Seki, for coming back to say hi. If you would like to join for the raid message is now in chat. You can copy that. And I hope to see you all on Wednesday for more Potion Permit, where everyone either loves or hates me, except that's not true. They all still hate me. We're in for a good time doing social nonsense in a potion game. I hope to see you there. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. And I'll see you soon. Bye.